Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
Okay, so tonight me and my girlfriend were talking about like things that were important to us, like what we need in a relationship. So we're like, let's just make a list. So I made a list of things I need in a man, and there is 14 things. And number one is communication. I need you to communicate to me. I don't want you ignoring my texts for hours on end, especially if I'm asking you something important like plans or something like that. Like, text me back, call me, let me know what's going on. Number two, loyalty. I need you obviously to not be talking to a million girls. Like, just let me know that I'm your one and only. Quality time, 2 to 3 times a week, preferably. I'd like to see you. Like one of my love languages is physical touch and like quality time. So I would like to see you a couple times a week, if possible. Things happen. I know, I get it, but let's spend time together. I need you to have a decent job. Like, I don't mean you need to be rich, but you need to be able to pay your own bills and maybe take me to dinner once in a while. Someone who makes me feel beautiful. Like, I don't want to question if you think I'm attractive or if you say things that make me feel insecure. Obviously, that is not a good sign. I need you to let me know that you find me attractive. Oh, I need someone who treats my daughter like their own. Maybe not like their own, but, have respect for her, make her feel loved, make her feel appreciated, and because she's my number one in my life. So make her feel loved like I do. I need someone that's taller than me. I've dated shorter guys in the past, and I don't want to do it anymore. I need you to be 5'10" or taller because I'm 5'9". So I need someone who has ambition. Have goals, set goals for yourself. We should always be improving. I always want to improve, so you should as well. I need you to make sacrifices for a relationship. I know everything's not always like perfect, but I'll make sacrifices if you will as well. I need you to use words of affirmation. Tell me how you're feeling, that you care about me, things like that. I need you to be handsome. I want to be attracted to you. I've dated guys that I wasn't attracted to in the past because they're good personalities, but I can't do that anymore. I need you to be clean up after yourself, take a shower, brush your teeth, things like that. I need there to be sexual chemistry. I want to be sexual with you all the time. And last but not least, I need you to make me laugh. Just, don't take life so seriously and just crack a joke. I love to laugh. I love someone with a sense of humor. So that's pretty much it. I don't think that's too much to ask, but yeah, I guess we will see.
Oh, thank God you finally stopped talking. I don't know when TikTok turned into a dating app, but that's another conversation for another time. Just out of curiosity though, how hard you're failing on other dating apps that you feel the need to advertise yourself on TikTok. Anyway, let's move on. All I've heard is I want this, I want that, me. And I understand you have your preferences, that's fine, I get it. But they're not even your preferences. All that list, those 14 items on that list, they're yours and your girlfriend's. So if we start dating, can I assume that you're gonna bring your girlfriends with you? I'm okay with that if we're talking one night stand. But if we're talking long term, the last thing I need is your girlfriends dictating the terms of my own relationship. I'm not sure if you feel like you're special, but trust me, you're not. All you said you want is exactly what all of you want. Rich, tall, successful, fit, attractive. And that's fine, again, you have your preferences. But at no point in your entire video you said I want this and I have this to offer. Except at the end when you said you want someone attractive so you can be sexually active with him all the time. I mean, not all the time because obviously you have a kid. So it's not gonna happen anytime. It's gonna happen whenever your kid is not around or she's sleeping. Now, obviously, I don't know, but maybe you being sexually active all the time got you in the position of being a single mother in the first place. We'll leave aside the part where you said you want pretty much a player or a hustler that's also gonna bring you flowers and cry over your shoulder. And let's talk about something else you've said. You've dated short guys before, but now you want a tall guy. You've dated poor guys before, so now you're looking for a rich guy. In case you don't realize how stupid that sounds, let me explain it to you in simple terms. It's like you saying you've been ran through all your life, but when we start dating, you're gonna save yourself for marriage. On a scale from 1 to 10, how stupid do you think that sounds? In case you're struggling to find the answer, yeah, 12. I would suggest next time you make a list, because it's gonna happen, add two things on that list. Someone who treats me right and someone who's gonna accept me as a single mother.
Women are no longer accepting the bare minimum behavior that our grandfathers presented to our grandmothers. We actually make up more of the paid workforce than men now. The majority of households are dual income now. So yeah, women have raised their standards over the last 60 plus years. The things that our grandfathers did are no longer thought to be exceptional behavior. They are seen as bare minimum. What happened is women evolved and you're failing to evolve with them, which is what we've now seen as the rise of the lonely single man. Women have evolved, and if men continue to fail to evolve with them and understand their standards, they're going to continue to stay lonely and single.
And just like so many other that read from the same manual, this bozo here also failed to do some research so that she doesn't look as laughable as she does now. But me, for one, I love it when they say we're happier being single, and that obviously means that you're not. Obviously she knows better than me how I feel about it, because that's something she heard from her Girl Only Weekly convention, and that has to be true, so I need to take her word for it. Even if I'm considering that article that she mentioned, the rise of lonely single men, I still find it laughable when I compare it to this one, the rise of empowered single women, or even more laughable, to be honest. Who are you trying to convince that you're the empowered and I'm lonely? Me or yourself? Because it's not gonna be me. All I'm considering right now when I hear you talk like that and then try really hard is not to laugh in your face. But please tell me more how you have your standards and those are making you happier, and instead I'm single and lonely. Before you even give more credit to yourself, let me solve some mystery. The only reason I'm single is because I'm keeping myself away from you.
Women who are unmarried and childless are the happiest subgroup of the population as a whole, says happiness experts.
Yeah, well, unlike you, I don't need some so-called happiness expert to tell me how happy I am. But let's see, you're talking about that guy, Paul Dolan? I'm not gonna waste your time for too long, cause we did spoke about Paul Dolan before on this channel, and how all his theory was disproved. But funny enough, it seems that he used misinformation so he can promote his book. If that's the guy you want to listen to, sweetie, cause you can't even make up your own mind if you're happy or not, you go right ahead. But let's see, last week a shocking claim about happiness made the rounds in the press, from The Guardian to Cosmopolitan to Elle to Fox. Yeah, okay, the claim: women should be wary of marriage, because while married women say they're happy, they're lying. Okay, according to scientist Paul Dolan, promoting his recently released book Happy Ever After, they'll be much happier if they steer clear of marriage and children entirely. I wonder how many of you happy women hurried up and bought his book. But let's continue. Married people are happier than other population subgroups, but only when their spouse is in the room, when they're asked how happy they are. When the spouse is not present, effing miserable, Dolan said, citing the American Time Use Survey, a national survey available from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and used for academic research on how Americans live their lives. And now let's get to the good part. The problem: that finding is the result of a grievous misunderstanding on Dolan's part on how the American Time Use Survey works. The people conducting the survey didn't ask married people how happy they were, shoot their spouses out of the room, and then ask again. Dolan had misinterpreted one of the categories in the survey, spouse absent, which refers to married people whose partner is no longer living in their household, as meaning the spouse stepped out of the room. Oops. The error was caught by Greg Kimbrough, an economist at American University School of Public Affairs, who uses the survey data and realized that Dolan must have gotten it wrong. Yeah, well, gotten it wrong or used misinformation to sell his book, but hey, he's telling women how happy they are, they take his word for it, and everyone's happy. Anyway, I made this long enough, time to end it here. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.